Think about your last vacation. 5 days, maybe a week. It felt long while you were living it, right? Lots of new streets, new food, new faces. Now think about last month. A regular month. Work, home, scroll, sleep, repeat. Here's the strange part. The vacation feels longer in your memory, even though it was shorter. Way shorter. That's not a coincidence. That's how your brain measures time. And once you understand the rule, you'll never look at a boring week the same way again. You've felt this your whole life, even if you never had words for it. School summers felt endless when you were a kid. 3 months felt like a small lifetime. Now, 3 months at your current job disappears in what feels like 3 blinks. Or think about a regular Tuesday. You wake up, commute the same way, sit at the same desk, talk to the same 3 people, eat the same lunch, come home, watch something, sleep. Now try to remember that exact Tuesday 6 months later. You can't. Not really. It's gone. Folded into a blur of every other day. But the one weird Tuesday, the one where your car broke down, or you ran into someone from high school, or the office had a surprise fire drill, that one you remember in detail. Years later, same 24 hours. Completely different weight in your memory. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain isn't recording time like a camera, running at a steady speed, capturing every second equally. It's not a clock. It's a filter. Your brain is constantly deciding what's worth keeping. And the test it uses is simple. Is this new? When something is new, your brain has to actually process it, build a memory file, encode details, what it looked like, what it felt like, what happened first, second, third. When something is repeated, your brain stops doing that. It already has the file, so it just reuses it. No new memory gets built. The day happens, but it doesn't get written down anywhere. This is why routine feels fast while you're living it day by day, but feels like nothing happened when you look back. It's also why new experiences feel slow in the moment, but huge in memory. Your first day at a new job drags on forever while you're in it. Every tiny thing is unfamiliar, so your brain is working overtime, recording everything. But months later, that one day takes up more space in your memory than entire ordinary weeks. So here's the paradox hiding inside your own head. Time feels slow when you're bored and overwhelmed by newness, but it feels short in review. And time feels fast when you're comfortable and busy with familiar tasks, but it feels long in review. Your present sense of time and your memory sense of time are running 2 completely different systems. They don't agree with each other. They were never supposed to. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. You'd think a busy life would feel like a full life. More tasks, more hours filled, more stuff happening. That should mean more memory, right? More to look back on? It's the opposite. Busy doesn't mean new. Busy usually means repetitive. Most busy lives are just the same 10 actions on a loop. Emails, meetings, notifications, errands, scrolling, more emails. Your brain has seen this pattern so many times it stops bothering to record it in detail. It just tags it as more of the usual and moves on. So a person who fills every hour of every day with tasks but never changes the pattern can reach the end of a year and feel like barely anything happened. Not because nothing happened, because nothing was different enough to be remembered. Meanwhile, someone who has fewer hours but spends them doing unfamiliar things, meeting new people, going new places, trying things they're bad at, ends the same year with a memory that feels twice as long, twice as full, twice as lived. This means the feeling of my life is flying by isn't really about how busy you are. It's about how repetitive you are. You can be incredibly busy and still feel like your life is short, because busy and new are not the same thing. In fact, busyness often works against newness. When you're overloaded, you default to whatever's automatic. You take the same route, eat the same meal, talk to the same people, because there's no spare attention to try anything else. Efficiency becomes the enemy of memory. So the brain isn't punishing you for doing nothing. It's punishing you for doing the same thing. And here's the part that really lands. This means your memory of your own life is, in a very real sense, a record of how much you let it change. Not how much you did, how much was different. Two people can live the exact same number of days. One will look back and feel like they lived a long, rich stretch of time. The other will look back and feel like the years blurred into a grey smear. The difference isn't the number of hours worked or tasks completed or how productive either of them was. The difference is how many of those days were allowed to be unlike the others. So if a year ever feels like it disappeared, it's not because you didn't do enough. It's because you did the same thing enough times that your brain stopped bothering to remember it. Your memory isn't counting your hours, it's counting your differences. And that means the years that stretch out the longest in your mind, when you finally look back, won't be the busiest ones. They'll be the ones where you let something be new.